Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm back with another video. So welcome back to my little corner of the universe known as Book Corner. And today we're going to do a character video. Um, I think I did one last year or something like that for another character. But we're going to be talking. So I've decided that I am going to do character videos. No, you're not going to get scenes or pictures, but you will get character bio. So in this video, we're going to be talking about R.L. Stine's most terrifying character in Goosebumps. So Goosebumps came out in the early 90s, just alongside, R.L. Stine's Fear Street. And the idea was that Goosebumps was supposed to be a much more tamer form of, in my own personal opinion, Fear Street. So, yeah. The Goosebumps series has been republished in this. So you have like Goosebumps the original, and it was from 1992 to 1997, and the first book was, of course, Welcome to Dead House. So, if you want to try to collect the Goosebump books, I really advise you to get the original, because as far as I know, they may or may not have them numbered. The original Goosebumps were always numbered. So we get an irradiated town, or like a cursed town. We got, Stay Out of the Basement, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, Vampire Blood. A lot of these books were adapted into the Goosebump television show, which has its own quirky moments. Stay Cheese and Die was one of them, which I thought was a little spooky but not terrifying, until they decided to introduce the one character or creation of R.L. Stine that still terrifies people today who grew up on Goosebumps. They decided to bring Slappy the dummy. And I'll tell you why this thing terrified me even when I was in my late teens. The idea that he moves around without any kind of help. So, I had read Night of the Living Dummy before I saw the movie Child's Play, and I did see Child's Play 2. Child's Play 2 wasn't as good as the original Child's Play, just like I'm pretty sure that Halloween 2 wasn't as good as Halloween. So, you have this character called Slappy the Dummy, who does not like being called a dummy. He just likes being called Slappy. And he is a creation of this evil magician who stole a coffin and used the wood to create Slappy. I'll be doing a lot of that in this video. And so, Slappy is evil. I'll tell you something. Reading him was scary. Seeing his damn face on screen was terrifying. I don't... Slappy will always terrify me. That's why I do not like ventriloquist dummies. I do not like them. They remind me too much of Slappy. So, what is it about? As I said, what is it about Slappy that, or let me rephrase that, what is it about Slappy himself that terrifies? And that is the fact that he is a living doll. He does not require does not require any kind of help. Now, he has two states, and this is where the person makes the mistake that wants to try and to get rid of him. So he has the semi-awakened state, where he can walk around and be the general menace and cause mayhem. His awakened state is when he is absolutely dangerous. So how it basically works is he basically causes enough mayhem in his semi-awakened state, okay, that you make the mistake in thinking that he is fully awake when he isn't. You say the words and he becomes fully awake, meaning that he can cause more and more and more destruction. So when we saw him on screen, they did a great job in making Slappy look totally menacing and terrifying to young children. I'm pretty sure a lot of little kids did not want to go see the ventriloquist dummy after they watched that particular episode of Goosebumps. So it is just the idea that he walks around without any kind of help. And yes, The Haunted Mask was a great episode and a great book, but Slappy will always be the menace that scares people even today. And of course, when they brought out the Goosebumps movie, two of them came out, they of course had to have Slappy as the one who engineers all of this. And the idea that Stine has these dark thoughts and that he uses the typewriter to transfer those thoughts into book form and they get sealed away. It's like, well, how in the world does he get them published? It never explains it. It never does. But seeing him again in live action form after 20 some years of him being absent was terrifying. I swear if I have nightmares tonight, I'm going to totally blame R.L. Stine for it. A year or so ago, I think it was a year or so ago, I went to Target to get something. This is when my mother was still alive. And we were in the book section, and I saw these Goosebump, Horrorland or Goosebump Most Wanted. And my mother was like, those remind me of those lawn gnomes, although that book that you read years and years ago. It's like, oh yeah, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Which, by the way, they were just as retarded in the movie as they were in the book. I'm sorry. There is absolutely no way that you can make that a super, super threat. They just look small, and they just look really pathetic. It just... So yeah. So I can't get a whole on note. Just shooting stuff at them. They were hilarious. But anyways, so I saw it, and my mother made a comment about, oh, looks like R.L. Stine's going back to doing Goosebumps. I said, yeah, he's really good at it. She goes, yeah, there's something really wrong about him. I said, I know, but he's considered saint by 13 states, I think, or 14 states. I don't know. But anyways, so I decided to buy the Goosebumps Horrorland, and I thought I had the second book. I actually did not. I'm actually going to be ordering the second book through Barnes & Noble. And I'm kind of interested to see what happens with Brittany and Molly in this particular second book. But Slappy, the ventriloquist dummy, is still going to be probably the most terrifying creation that R.L. Stine has created, for all the reasons I mentioned. And yeah, so if you guys agree with me about Slappy being the most terrifying of every creation that R.L. Stine has done in Goosebumps, please let me know. If you disagree with me, and I will totally accept it, please let me know which monster or book was more terrifying than Slappy the ventriloquist dummy. Remember, don't call him a dummy. So see you guys around. Bye.